So you have 64 raised to 1/2. You can write this into radical, right? So where will 64 go? Here. Where will 2 go? Here. Where will 1 go? Exponent of 64. Okay, that's just square root of 64. What's square root of 64? 8. That's the other method, right? Now compare. Do you have the same answer? Yeah. That's up 46. You have 1/16 raised to 1/2. But I think I saw 1/4 a while ago. Okay, let me just use 1/4. Okay, 1/16 raised to 1/4. That's 48, but never mind the number. Okay, so 1/16 raised to 1/4. You can rewrite this as 1/16 goes inside. 4 goes here. And then 1 goes in the exponent of 1/16, but no need to write that. What is the fourth root of 1/16? Let's look at the numerator first. What's the fourth root of 1? What number will give you 1 when you multiply by itself 4 times? It's 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, 1. How about 16? 4 times 4 is 16. Oh. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 16. All right, 2 times this, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So we have 1/2. All right, let's see. Do we have the same answer? Yes, we do have the same answer. And how about here? -125 raised to 1/3. You know that there's no parentheses here, so that means that negative should be outside your radical, right? It should be outside because there's no parentheses. And so 125 goes here. 3 goes here. Your 1 is the exponent of 125. Right, so negative. What's the cube root of 125? 5. And we have -5 there. And we see we have the same answer. Same answer. So it doesn't matter what method you use. What matters is you're doing it right. No matter what method you're using. You have -216 raised to 1/3. It's enclosed, right? It's different from this. So if it's enclosed, negative goes inside. But if it's not enclosed, negative is outside. So remember the difference between the two. Here's enclosed, -216. So when you rewrite this into radical, negative goes inside. So we have -216. 3 goes here. 1 goes in the exponent of -216. What's the cube root of -216? -6. But what if this is not 1/3? Okay, let me show you. What if this is 1/2? -216 raised to 1/2, which is the original expression in 52. Because sometimes it could be a 2, sometimes it could be a 3. So when you do that, we have -216 inside, 2 goes here, your index, and 1 is the exponent of -216. All right, so what do you think is the square root of -216? Although it's not a perfect square, but that's a negative number. Do you remember what we had a while ago? Do we have a square root of a negative number? Okay, I'm looking for that example that we used around. Just like square root of -9. Any number will give you squared, I mean -9 when you multiply by itself twice. Square root of -9. So you would say here, no real square root. But if it's a cube root, we do have, right? But there's a different case for cube root and square root. For cube root, yes, Even if it's a negative or positive, you get real roots. But for square roots, if the radical is negative, no real square roots.